Sup, tubers? Sock here. Now, while the channel doesn't officially launch until the 11th of August, 2024, I wanted to take a moment to make a quick video and give my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine. Having seen it on Thursday night and taking some time to take it all in, I thought this was a marvelous entry into the MCU. Is it perfect? No. No film is. But since Endgame, I would put it second to only Spider-Man No Way Home. For those of you who don't know, this is the official entry into the MCU for the Mark with the Mouth. Is it always flawless in its execution? Not exactly, but there is enough spectacle here to keep one entertained and consider a second rewatch. If you're a fan of Easter eggs and references to Marvel films, both MCU and not, this film will definitely require a second viewing or three. The general plot of the film, and no spoilers here, is that after the death of Wolverine, the Fox Marvel timeline is on the brink of extinction. Marvel introduces a new multiversal term here called an anchor being, who is someone that basically holds the existence of a universe together. There are some plot holes due to this information, but it doesn't require too much of a suspension of disbelief to follow. With Deadpool's universe losing its anchor being and not wanting to lose the ones he loves in the process, he sets out on a universe hopping adventure to find a new Wolverine. Here is where, as the trailer shows, he meets another Wolverine, and the movie progresses with Deadpool trying to convince this new Wolverine to help him save his universe. First, if you want a movie that finally feels like it belongs in the multiverse saga, this is the film for you. Unlike No Way Home, which brings a lot of beings from other universes into the sacred one, and unlike Multiverse of Madness, which offers glimpses of other universes only to keep us tied to one for most of the film, Deadpool and Wolverine takes the Loki approach and bounces around universes and timelines. Some of these are glimpsed in the trailers and TV spots, but the actual amount you see will amaze and cause a burst of guffaws or two. The second thing I liked was that the void feels massive. Due to being a television project, the void in Loki felt like someone's backyard, but here it feels like a vast landscape. I can't tell what all happens in the void as that would lead to spoilers, but in Deadpool and Wolverine, it is its own character. Next, I would be lying if I didn't list the cameos as one of the things I liked. Again, I'm not going to spoil them here, but let's just say there are numerous, and for once, they weren't all guessed by new rock stars. Yes, there are some fanboy predictions that didn't come true, but there are some that no one guessed, and even more that you could possibly only pull off in a Deadpool movie. In fact, some of them I wouldn't even call cameos as they get actual screen time. There are actors and actresses who have won in the Best Supporting categories who have been on screen for less time. I'm going to start off with the plot holes. I can't go into too much detail, but like with most movies that deal with time or universe hopping, there are some flaws in the logic that the movie creates for itself. Contradictions, if you will. Slight spoiler, and I'll put a spoiler warning up on the video so you know when to pick back up after skipping ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mentioned anchor beings, but besides saying a universe depends on them to survive, it is never understood why. For instance, how did a universe survive before them? How is the Fox universe still surviving? It's explained that it could take 2,000 years for a universe to go kaput, but realistically, some don't believe our world will last that much longer. Did we lose our anchor being? I know it's nitpicky, but in a movie this good, the things you dislike are going to be nitpicky. The second thing I didn't like, and maybe the most important, was the villain. Don't get me wrong, Emma Corrin does a wonderful job. They are an excellent actor. I mean, you don't win a Golden Globe if you're not good at your craft, but they're not given much to work with. The character shows up, dumps some exposition, shows off some cool powers, but ultimately their goal becomes that of most one-note villains in multiversal movies. I just feel like the character could have been given more based on its history in the comics. Marvel is still looking for that next great villain post Thanos, and they haven't found it here. With that being said, I highly recommend you go see Deadpool and Wolverine. If you have been waiting for Marvel movies to feel important again, this one does. If you have been waiting for the multiverse saga to start taking shape, this moves that forward. If you are ready to embrace these characters from Fox's past that will one day be recast with different actors, then go embrace them with this film. Deadpool and Wolverine is worth seeing in theaters. And those are my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine. If you enjoyed this, stick around. If you would like to hear me talk spoilers, let me know in the comments and I'll consider it. If you do post in the comments, please, no spoilers. Not everyone gets to see a movie as soon as it comes out. So take care and have a good day.